Welcome to Soulfully Yours Podcast, the podcast dedicated to supporting you on your journey to self-discovery, personal growth, and overall well-being. I'm your host, KD, and I am honored to have you here with me as we embark on this journey together. In the first episode, I want to give you a glimpse of what Soulfully Yours Podcast is all about, what you can expect from future episodes, and a little bit about me and my own journey and what inspired me to start this podcast. All right. So welcome to Soulfully Yours, the podcast. This is our introductory episode, okay? And in this episode, we're going to talk about a little bit about what Soulfully Yours podcast is about, a little bit about your host, your girl, me, KD, okay? And what to expect from Soulfully Yours podcast. Soulfully Yours podcast is all about exploring the many facets of becoming your true self. We're going to dive into topics about self-acceptance, accountability, personal growth, everything in between. No topic is off limits when it comes to nurturing your soul. So we're going to be talking about things like grieving, growing, recognizing your triggers, setting those boundaries, anything about mental health, wellness, spiritual, all type of journeys, right, that we're all on. My goal is to provide you with tools, insights, and inspirations to help you along the way in your journey. Now, let's share a little bit more about me and my personal journey and the reason for this podcast, right? So, like many of you, I am, a woman with many hats, many titles, many roles, right? I am a sister, daughter, cousin, friend, TT, godmom, okay? Foodie, self-taught chef, a recreation therapist, a certified health and life coach, a certified sports nutritionist, gardener. I am a lover of music and art. I am a lover of love and a lover of life, period, okay? But just like you, I have faced my many challenges, my setbacks, some doubts, fears, and moments of, self-discovery. And it was through the experience and the life lessons and things that I learned that I realized the importance of self-acceptance, accountability, and also challenging my personal growth, right? I want to be a better woman overall. I want to be a better daughter, a better sister, cousin, friend, wife to whenever I get married. You understand what I'm saying? So me and my personal growth is something that I take very seriously, right? And so starting this podcast was my way of giving back. It's also my way of supporting other people who are on their journey as well. And just honestly, me sharing what I'm currently going through right now, right? What better way than to start a podcast to talk about the things that I have learned on my many different journeys and the things that I'm currently learning, because I'm not alone in this, and I know this, and I'm telling you now, you are not alone. I am here with you, okay, and going through the same things. And so me starting this podcast was really facing a fear of mine as well. So we're going to walk the walk, talk the talk. I'm doing it scared. I'm doing it also with courage, and I'm doing it with pure intentions, me being myself, and just giving you the real, right? Growing up, I often felt pressure to conform to society's, right, expectations, and I struggled with my own sense of worth, sense of identity, sense of being, sense of just who am I, where do I fit in, what do I do, right? It took some time, but through me doing that self-work, the self-inventory and taking accountability, I began to see the importance, right, of me learning to accept and learn, right, who I really am. The journey hasn't been easy. It's still not easy. And I'm still learning right now as we speak. But it has been one of the most rewarding and freeing journeys yet to date, because I'm getting to learn certain things about myself that I love. I also am getting to learn things about myself where I just didn't give myself enough credit for. You know what I'm saying? Like, big up to me. And so this podcast is really, it's an open diary. It's all the things that I have collected over the years from people who have taught me, learning from people, stories, learning from other people's lives, and just relaying it to you all and giving it to you, and hopefully that it can help you and inspire you and encourage you along your journey as well. Now, let's talk about what I'm excited for when it comes to Soulfully Yours Podcast. I am excited to build a community of like-minded people, like-minded individuals who have been on a similar journey as I have, or going on their own different journey, but have learned a lot along the way and have things to share. This podcast is about building, your resources, building your toolkit, putting tools in your toolbox for you to use when certain situations present themselves along the journey. I'm excited about being able to provide encouragement when you need it, motivation when you need it, inspiration when you need it, and all the things in between. Because some days you're not going to have it all. Some days I'm not going to have it all. And so being able to come to a place in a space that holds space for me on the days that I don't have it all together, I want that. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. And I appreciate the people in my life who has been those spaces and places for me to come to when I don't have it all. But I had to also learn how to navigate that and how to become my own safe place when the places that I go for space and safety aren't always available to me, right? Because your friends won't always have it. Your go-to people won't always have it. And so to create a space and build a community where I can go and get something that I need, that's what I'm most excited about. And I'm excited that Soulfully Yours Podcast will be that for you as well as myself, y'all. This podcast is as much yours as it is mine, and I can't wait to embark on so many different journeys with you and share all of the insightful stories that I have, that the upcoming guests will have, and hopefully you will have an open mind, an open perspective when it comes to certain people, certain guests, certain journeys that you go on, and be able to learn something from each and every episode, right? I want us to be able to have those tough conversations. I want us to be able to hold each other accountable for our shit when somebody needs to really call you out on your shit. I want us to be able to have that relationship and rapport with each other, that when you need something from me or Soulfully Yours Podcast, it's here for you. The tools are here. The resources are here. The help is here. And being able to know that you're not alone. I am here with you, okay? Because I'm going through the same things right now. I'm really on and as we all are, on several different journeys simultaneously at the same time. We're trying to get finances together. We're trying to get health and wellness together. We're trying to better our relationships if we are in a relationship with the intimate partner, but as well as our family relationships, our platonic relationships. We're all on journeys of growing. And so I hope Soulfully Yours Podcast is a place to where you do feel uplifted, encouraged, inspired, motivated, and all the things in between. I hope you feel safe here. I hope you feel seen here. I hope you feel heard here, because this really what it's all about. It's all about having that help when you really need it, and sometimes when you don't even have the words to ask for it. As we wrap up this introductory podcast, right, to Soulfully Yours Podcast, I want to thank you for joining me, right, on this journey to even starting this podcast. One of the things that I'm proud of to date is the fact that I'm actually talking right now in this microphone to you all. This podcast has been in the making, right? 3 years. I've had the tools, the resources, the equipment that I needed to get started, and I just didn't. I was scared. I was scared of hearing me. I talk to people, I counsel people, I do group settings and sessions, if you will. And it's easy for me to talk to these people because I've built that relationship and we've established that foundation to where we can pretty much talk about anything. And that is my comfort. Okay. But me doing this on a bigger scale, on a bigger platform, and actually putting myself out there in so many ways and allowing people to see me, hear me, and critique me. I'm going to be real. Absolutely not. I did not want to do this. And so I have to thank my mom, who has been just an angel. My angel. My parents, I love them dearly. I thank them for their encouragement and pushing me. My dad just rocked with pretty much whatever I want to do. And so I appreciate him for that. My family, my friends, my cousins who know my gifts, if you will, and know who I am. And we have these personal conversations all the time with each other, and they're like, man, when are you gonna write a book? When are you gonna start a podcast? Like, bro, you really need to be out here doing that. And I'm just in my head like, hell no, if I'm being honest, because I'm just scared. But I'm doing it, y'all. I'm here today. And one person as of lately who has been in my life maybe for some years now, but lately have been really on my behind about, hey, when you dropping this podcast? Like, people need to hear this. Like, and asking me, when you gonna drop it? What's the date? What's going on? And just applying that pressure to where it's like, you really got to show up. And I already know who you are, but it's time for you to show everybody else who you are. You know what I'm saying? I just want to thank him personally, like, for real, for just the encouragement and applying that pressure, because look at where we are today. Okay. And that's just something in itself. But I'm proud of me. I also want to thank me for taking the steps, like, for real. If you know, you know. My nickname Snoopy, and it's just funny whenever I heard Snoop Dogg, like, I want to thank me, but like, for real, I want to thank me for getting over myself, for real. Like, get over yourself and doing what I needed to do, and being here today with you all and sharing this introductory episode. Honestly, I want to thank me for having the courage to face a fear of mine and do it with intention, doing it with courage right now. And I'm excited to see, go on this journey with y'all as you are here with me facing my fears. Okay. And that's going to be, one of the topics that we discuss in the upcoming episodes about. Personally, for me, I know there's fear of failing, fear of being successful, and the fear of the unknown. But for me, honestly, y'all, it's the fear of succeeding. Like, what if I do what the hell I said I was going to do? Oh, my goodness. And I'm doing it right now. So we're going to see how that goes. We're going to see how that turns out. Now I have some things that I just want to ask you all to do, if you don't mind, when it comes to Soulfully Yours Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to Soulfully Yours Podcast on your favorite podcast platform. Make sure you all leave a review and share it with others who might benefit from the discussions that we're having, right? Make sure you follow us on social media for updates, additional content, and make sure you just join in on the conversation. Okay. Like I said, I'll be posting, reflection questions from each episode. I'll also be giving you book recommendations if you like to read, and maybe some other podcasts or audio books if that's your thing, because if we really gonna do the work, we really have to do the work. And we have to ask the questions that sometimes we're scared to answer. We have to do the work and read and listen and learn from other people if we really want to get to a better place in our lives. And so this podcast gonna hold your foot to the fire, if you will, when it comes to being who you say you are and showing up in the world as your authentic self. Okay, thank you for tuning in to Soulfully Yours Podcast, this introductory podcast. I am your host, KD from Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, put me on the track. I'm just kidding. Don't. But I can't wait, right, to embark on this soulful journey with you. Soulfully Yours is a podcast for you and your soul, and I hope after each and every episode your soul leaves full, and that you take what you need, leave what you don't, and know that you have a friend in me. Okay, until next time, take care. Remember to be kind to yourself. I love you. Bye.